Well, good evening, Portage Bible Church. Pastor Ben here with our pre-sermon video for our upcoming message this Sunday. Here it is Thursday, July 15th in the evening, and I want to kind of give you a preview where we're going this Sunday so that you can read it, study it on your own, and be prayerful regarding the message. I hope that these videos are doing just that. That as you watch them, as you open up the Bible and you reflect on the passage that will be preached this Sunday, that one, you pray over the text and read it to prepare your heart for Sunday, prepare your mind to hear God's word. But also, if I may make a request, is that you pray for me as I study, as I dive into the text, and as I preach it on Sunday, that the Lord would use me to convey His word to you. Not that my words are sufficient, but His words are totally sufficient. But as I study to prepare, that we may be mutually encouraged and edified through the reading and the preaching of God's word. This Sunday, the passage will be James chapter 1, verse 12. Only one verse, not something that we'll do very often here in the book of James. But the purpose behind that is this, is that James chapter 1, verse 12 is almost like a postscript to what we've talked about so far. It is nowhere near the end of the book or our messages, but rather in this related topic of trials and struggles and the testing of our faith that we've been talking about for many weeks. James is bringing this idea to a little bit of conclusion before he moves on to the next topic. But we can't approach those topics until we have the perspective that these first 12 verses teach us. In James chapter 1, verse 12, we read these words, "Blessed is the man who remains steadfast under trial, for when he has stood the test, he will receive the crown of life, which God has promised to those who love him." We need to be reminded that as we count it all joy, as we face trials of various kinds, that the purpose of trials, the testing of our faith, is to make us more into the image of Jesus Christ. That's the purpose. That's why God is allowing them to take place, so that our faith may be tested, we may grow and learn to trust Him. Learn that He is doing a perfecting work in us, as verse 4 tells us, that we may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing. But then when we come through those trials, when we come through those tests, there is a reward. And that reward is a crown of life that God is promised to us. This is not a crown that we may think of a gold jewel filled with all sorts of diamonds. Think rather like the wreath that a runner would get at the end of a competition, that the Olympics in the days of Greece, they would have those wreaths put on their head to show that they finished. It's a prize, it's a recognition. The same is true for us as believers. It's not some reward for our own personal riches. Rather, it's a recognition through. But we didn't do it in our own strength and our own ability. We did it because God is faithful. We did it because we trusted Him, that He is good, that He was conforming us more to the image of His Son, Jesus. And what a glorious day that will be. There is a purpose to the testing of our faith. And as I've been mentioning all along, if we reject trials, if we dismiss them or deny them, or just can't wait to get through them, we're actually conveying by implication that we don't want God to do a work in us. But then we miss out on so much. But as the verse starts out, blessed is the man or blessed is the woman. What a reward is there. How great is that to realize that we have God's approval when we have endured and we receive His blessing. It's not about us, it's ultimately about Him. Will we let Him do that work in our lives? And it's interesting we say, will we let Him? Because really we have no choice. But rather, when letting Him, will we say, Lord, I know You're in control. You're doing this for my good because You love me. Or will we say, Lord, when will this end? Because I can't bear it anymore. We're missing out on the blessings that are sure to come. I hope as you reflect on this passage, you pray over it, and you prepare your heart for Sunday, and ask the Lord to show you, how is he working in your life and what is he preparing you for? Well, I hope it's a blessing to you. Look forward to seeing you on Sunday, and you have a wonderful night. God bless.